So, it's interesting how everything we need is always around us. Everything we need is always around us. And I'm more and more impressed by this, and I notice it more and more the more I keep my eyes open to life and what's happening around me and what's happening within me. In fact, the more I go up on the mountain high within me, where I feel love most and the deepest, the more I am present to the gifts and the magic that exist absolutely everywhere. It's interesting, we've all heard that, or most of us probably have that saying, that what we are seeking is seeking us. And that seems kind of crazy, but that's how the world works. That's how the universe works. And the quantum world, which is all of this, and this is the manifest world, the physical world, is the tip of the iceberg, and all that we don't see, but that we feel and may be aware of, is the other part that's under the ocean, like an iceberg. That huge part that most of us don't see because only the tip is out of the water. The more that we immerse ourselves in solitude, that we are in prayer and meditation, the more the world shows up for us as natural magic and gifts. And we start to see things, and you are in moments more often where you say, oh, everything I need is really right here waiting for me. So it's interesting that there's, in this quantum world, it's already aware of what you're thinking and where your mind is going, and brings to you what you're vibrating and what you're thinking and what you're decreeing and declaring in your life. In fact, as soon as you think it, it runs up on you, and it's waiting for you to see it and to use it and to harness it. So prayer, meditation, prayer, meditation, prayer, meditation, prayer, meditation, prayer, meditation, prayer, meditation, prayer, meditation. That's what our unity principles are based on. To go and find the answers you need, go and find everything that you need within here so that you can bring it forth into the world. So the word mind has come up several times. It was in the reading that Nancy so beautifully did. And this is the metaphysical meaning of mind from our Metaphysical Bible Dictionary. The term mind, we mean God, the universal principle of causation, which includes all principles. Mathematics is a principle that in its field illustrates the exact, inexorable laws that are one with the manifestations of God or mind. There is nothing but mind and thought. Principle and its mode of expression, the things made or externalized are simply effects, and of themselves would quickly pass away. But mind and thought are one and inseparable, self-existent and ever active, the cause of all that appears. An understanding of God, or universal mind, is a key to all scriptures and occult writings. In the story of creation as told by Moses, which is metaphysically correct, all things were brought forth by God said. Mind, thought. So in metaphysics, we equate mind with substance. That was our word for today in that reading. Substance, the stuff of the universe, the stuff of life that is all around you, in you, and through you, and operating as you right now. That's mind, that's substance. That's the principle of the universe. That's God, as we term it in metaphysics. So even if your understanding of God is still an entity that's out there doing work and working in the world and doing what it does, and that's the entity that you pray to, that is still universal mind, because we always talk of God as omnipresent, in and through all things. That there's nowhere that God is not. That everything is God, including us. And our work, actually we're doing it all the time, the mind that we have, your consciousness, separate, so I'm not talking about the brain, I'm talking about thought and consciousness, is already at work. It's just that we're not aware that it's working. We're not consciously thinking about it and thinking about how we are harnessing substance, the stuff, universal mind, to manifest what we want. But we're manifesting all the time. We're using substance all the time. It's just that we're not aware of it, and we're not consciously using it. And so we end up with stuff we don't want. And it's when we get conscious of the laws of the universe, the law of God, the law that is God, and we realize that we have dominion within that, and that's the basis of our dominion, and that we can use that substance, and we are always using that substance, but not consciously, but that we can use it for what we want and desire, what we decree and declare in our lives. So the work is really not to use mind, because we're always using it. The work is to decide to use it consciously and deliberately, and to choose, not operate on default from our patterns. Not operate on default. Most of us are operating on default, because we wake up in the morning and we just do what we do without thinking about what we are doing. What's going on over here? It is. It is. Okay. Thank you, Randy. We just go by pattern. We do what we're used to doing. We don't think. We're just operating. And so we wake up, and if we have an alarm that wakes us up, some of us just hit the ground running. And we have a thing that we do, and we run through the day, and we just tick off things, and we just go, and sometimes it's in our heads, and sometimes it's not, and sometimes we forget, and we just move on, and we just keep moving and moving. And like Clarissa and I were saying, just as she walked in, and before you know it, it's like Friday or Saturday, and you wonder where the heck the work week go. There are days through the week, and I say, oh my gosh, Sunday is here again. It's time for another service. Where'd the week go? And I try to live consciously. I wake up in the morning, and I decide what it is, what is my consciousness going forward today. And now I'm in a mode where I wake up, and I'm affirming first that I'm an infinitely powerful spiritual being, and live from that. And sometimes I forget by the time I brush my teeth. And then I have to affirm it again. There's in Scripture, in Romans chapter 12, let me see if I saved it on my phone. Here it is. Therefore, I urge you, brothers and sisters, in view of God's mercy, to offer your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. This is your true and proper worship. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will. Be you transformed by the renewing of your mind. There's that word again, mind is coming up. Again, transformation comes from the mind. We got to change this to change this outside of ourselves. So if you don't like what's happening out here, you got to change this in here, or this out there. Because it's not just living in your skull. Your consciousness is all over the place, is all there is. So if you don't like what's happening out here, you got to do the work in here. And the work can happen in an instant if you're ready for it. Or it can take weeks, months, years, depending on how diligent we are, how motivated we are, how devoted we are to ourselves and to our lives and to this relationship with God, which is nourished and nurtured by prayer and meditation. Prayer and meditation, prayer and meditation, prayer and meditation, prayer and meditation. And so many of us are still not meditating every day. Interesting that we say, we believe that God is at the forefront of our lives, yet we don't live that way. And that's okay, because my understanding of God is not that there's somebody up there keeping track of whether or not you're praying and meditate, and how long you pray and meditate. And if you're not praying and meditating a certain amount of time, that there's a coming your way. And I'm only going to give you gifts because you only meditated 10 minutes today when you had half an hour, and you wasted time doing this when you could have been in prayer and meditation. I don't believe that's happening, but the consequences for our lives are deeper, because we end up not having the lives that we truly want by shortchanging ourselves. You're not shortchanging anybody else other than you by not praying and meditating. Doesn't matter to anybody else. In fact, it doesn't even matter to the quantum field, because the quantum field is impersonal. It'll work if you work it. And if you don't work it, it'll just do what you're doing. It'll just follow your patterns, and everything you're used to having, it'll keep giving you. Because that's where you're going every day, and that's what you're thinking of, and that's what you're diverting to. That's what you're defaulting to. I was talking to somebody a couple of days ago about Jesus, and that Jesus he didn't come in to make noise. He didn't come in to be the king and to have followers and have people chasing him everywhere. And he just wanted to give out the information. Look, you all have power, just like I have power. We're all one with the Father. Go do that. Go live that. That's all he came here for, was to give that message. And people were chasing him around and everywhere, following him wherever he went. And they wanted to touch his garments and everything else. Oh, heal me, Father. Heal me, Jesus. Heal me, Jesus. And he's like, please, look, your faith is doing it. Please, just go do that. Just go do. Just go do. He was always telling, no, it's not me, it's you. It's your faith. It's your job. I say all the time, one of my favorite stories is at the Pool of Bethesda with the man laying on his pallet, waiting for somebody to bring him to the water and put him in there so he can be healed. And Jesus walked by and said, get up. Go to the water. Just get up. You've been waiting there for years, laying on his pallet, waiting for somebody, please take me to the water, because apparently there's a specific time, or I forget when the waves come in. Jesus said, get up. Get in the water. Choose what you want. Go do what you want. Go get what you want. Stop waiting for other people. It's not going to happen from outside of you. Decide for yourself that this is what you want and go get it. Ask for it, decree it, appreciate it. Say thank you for it. And it shall be yours. You don't have to come here on Sunday for things to happen in your life. You don't have to hear anything from me for things to happen in your life. You don't even need me to teach you what you need for your life. You already know, because if you go within and you spend enough time there, Spirit, the all there is, will tell you what you need and guide you on your way. So there are times Spirit saying, oh, heck with Kim. Just get up. Get up and go do your thing. Because Spirit's saying the same thing to me. Get up and go do your thing. What are you waiting on? I gave you all the power. I gave it to you, closer than your fingertips. What are you waiting on? Who are you waiting on? Nobody can save us. First of all, there's no saving to do. You were born with everything, given everything. It's all here inside, waiting on you to choose next, by default or deliberately. And at some point, perhaps we will choose that we're tired of going on default and looking at the same things we've always had and complaining about the same things showing up the way they do. Here I am back in my patterns, and this is happening, and I'm bored with life, or I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired. And that's all I got. I don't have any money, and nobody likes me, and I'm too old, or I'm too bald, or nobody wants to go out with me, or I'm still swiping left or swiping right, and nobody's showing up in my life that I want. I don't have any love. Don't we do that? Don't we whine? I have my whining moments, and then I get over it, and I think, oh, that was pathetic. I have all the power. I have dominion over my life. Choose what you want, girlfriend. Stop whining. Book up, buttercup. Biblically speaking. Ye buttercup.
Didn't know why you said bald.
I don't know. Feeling kind of paranoid? I don't know. Just saying. Considering I am bald adjacent. I mean no harm. But we've got it all. We have it all. Even when you're stuck in a funk. You know when something happens and it just gets to you and you can't stand it anymore, and I've had one of those moments this week, and I was feeling kind of stuck in it, and I had my time, and I had my little crying session, and I did all that. I let all my feelings out, and I was just kind of sitting there feeling all pathetic, and I thought, how long am I going to sit here? Just get up.
3, 2, 1, boost.
Yeah, 3, 2, 1, get up. Or count to 10, whatever it is you need to count to, and then just go. Just go. It's waiting for you to harness it. But if you want to lay there and not do anything, that's okay. But it's your life that's compromised. We were made to shine. We were made to come out. We were given gifts to share in the world. Later on in that same chapter in Romans, chapter 12, it talks about if you're made to teach, go teach. If you're supposed to create, create. You're supposed to build things, go build things. What are you waiting on? Go do the thing you were called here to do. And in that is your praise and your worship. That is you doing God's will. Willing God, willing the all there is to bring you what you want by doing what you do, by being who you are, which is a brilliant light in the universe. That's why I love that reading from July 28th from Mark Nepo, because he just says, just realize that you are love, and in that instant, everything changes. There's nothing you need. You are that. You came from it, you're going back to that. There's only more love. After we leave this physical body, there's only more love. You came from love. You are love now. You're going back to love. In fact, you don't have to go anywhere. It's all one thing. In the quantum world, there is no time. There's no space. It's all the same thing. The physical and the non-physical are one thing. Life and death are one thing. It's one energetic wave. It just shifts a little bit. Being and expressing are the same thing. You're just the wave cresting and falling and growing and crashing onto the shore and going back out to the sea and coming back in. The ebb and flow of life. It keeps moving. It keeps moving. We are always moving, always growing, always evolving. But most of us are just crashing by default. We're just coming back in, and the waves are just going, and we're blubbering up with water and spitting it out, and we come back and we're thrown on the shore. We got sand in our faces, and we wonder what's going on. We're going back and forth, back and forth. Oh my God, I keep getting crashed by this, and I'm tired of that. And the waves are going, the ebb and flow. Instead, you can decide, I'm getting on a surfboard, and I'm coming in, I'm doing this. Cowabunga, and then we come back and we do that again because we're doing life deliberately, resplendently, brilliantly. Brilliantly. Shining our lights. So much so that people can't handle it. What's that bright light? Oh, it's Gary. What's that bright light? Oh, it's Mary Beth. What's that bright light? Oh my God, it's Jenny. I can't handle it, so bright. That's life. That's life. It just looks like it's boring and mundane because of the physical thing, because of the relative world, because of things we see with our physical eyes and hear with our physical ears and the other senses. We get mesmerized by that, and we forget that all that we are, all the potentiality, all that God is the stuff we can't see, but that we feel when we go into prayer and meditation, when we're so aware of it then. And if we practice prayer and meditation enough, then you feel it all the time, even when your eyes are open and your ears are open and you're touching stuff and navigating the physical world. Then the magical comes with you in every moment. And then you're walking around doing your thing. You may be getting your hair cut, getting your groceries, and you're going, oh my God, life is so cool. Oh my God, this is happening and that's happening, and everything that I want is coming for me, and everything is for me. I'm just getting up, and I'm going in the water and doing my thing every day, every moment, making it happen, choosing it, and living it out loud with everything. With everything you've got. With every single thing that you've got. So let's take this into meditation. So just breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe. You are already all of it. Everything you need, everything you desire is closer than your breath. We are mind with a capital M in action. The wave in the ocean. So let's have a few minutes of silence. What are you seeking that is seeking you? What are you truly seeking? And let's listen. So let's take a deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale again. Exhale. We are infinitely powerful spiritual beings. With everything we need inside us. To experience life the way we really want to experience it. We have only to live consciously, deliberately. Using universal mind, divine mind, God, the infinite, the all-knowing, the all-powerful. That is what we are. That is what we are. And so it is, and so it shall be.